Hey, thanks for tuning in for another edition of Football Predictions and Food and Wine Pairings. Now, today's Monday night game is a game that's happening locally to where I live, and that is the 6-5 Carolina Panthers are taking on the 7-4 San Francisco 49ers. I was trying to remember Carolina's record. It's a little bit tricky there. But tonight's game should be pretty interesting because the Panthers are coming off of a win, and the 49ers are also coming off of a win. And the 49ers are also a little bit excited because their primary quarterback, Brock Purdy, has now returned. He had been out for the last 6 weeks, and Mac Jones had been playing in his place. So he threw for 300 yards last week and 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. So they're looking forward to something like that. In addition, the other storyline that's happening is this will be the first time that Christian McCaffrey, the 49ers leading rusher and receiver, actually he's like number 1 in the league with receptions, be they rushing or receiving. He used to play for the Carolina Panthers. They traded him there, it seems like many moons ago, but they traded him there, and so he has not played his old team since, so that'll be happening. Now, let's not take... Carolina has been sneakily better than I expected and than anyone else expected because people kept saying, hey, Carolina has 6 wins. Who knew it? Their quarterback is kind of really starting to come into his own. Last week, he set an NFL record. I have to read it because I forgot what it was. He was 47 out of 57. 47 completions out of 57 attempts in one game, and that was the first time in the history of the league that had ever happened. On top of that, he threw for 452 yards and 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions. I mean, this kid's young. He's still figuring it out. The 49ers are a 7-point favorite, and I'm also going to go with the 49ers. They're at home. And I feel like the team is rejuvenated with the return of Purdy, as well as, now Kittle has been back for about 3 weeks. So they're feeling a little, excitable about maybe they could make a move into the playoffs. All right. It's also the week that we're going to start prepping for Thanksgiving. This Thursday is a big football day, but it's also a day that here in the U.S. people are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, and many people will be cooking for an entire week. I'm going to be out of the country for Thanksgiving, so I'm not concerned about this at all. But if I were going to be cooking, it's time to bring out the good wines because you got a lot of work ahead of you. And so today I am sharing Vino Godfather 2015 Teroldego. Now, Teroldego is a grape that we really don't have that often, and it is an Italian grape from Taranto, which is in the northeastern part of Italy. And this grape is really very enjoyable. This wine has been super enjoyable. If you look at that, it is a beautiful dark color. This, even the edges are still maintaining that dark color without turning, even though this bottle is 10 years old. On the nose, it's so aromatic. As soon as I opened it, I was hit with a ton of things. It smells so fruity. Like that fruit smell is right up top. It also smells like blackberries and violets and a little bit earthy. So there's kind of like a little bit of a dirt smell about it. On the tongue, it's kind of a medium body, so it's not as light as the Pinot Noir, but definitely not as heavy as a Cab. So it has that medium body in the mouth. It is pretty silky. It is very juicy, so that kind of juicy, fruity smell that we were getting right when we had it in our nose, we're getting that flavor right away. I'm being hit with like some herbaceousness, so that kind of leans back into how it's like it kind of smells earthy, so it's like very herbaceous, and that blackberry and like a little bit of graphite, like in a pencil. It has kind of a long finish, but it's not drying at all. So it's like medium tannins. It's really super enjoyable, and it's going to be great with the pizza that I'm going to be having tonight. I mean, it is a little bit of a nicer wine than you normally would have with pizza, but like I said, if you're prepping for Thanksgiving or being tasked with watching children like I am so somebody else can prep for Thanksgiving, you should go ahead and treat yourself to this bottle of wine. All right, let's circle back take the 49ers tonight. Try to get your hands on a bottle of Vino Godfather 2015 Toral to go. Cheers.